is Greg, and I am here for my match preview for Minnesota United versus the Colorado Rapids, Saturday, April 16th at Allianz Field. The scheduled kickoff of 7 p.m., probably actual kickoff 7:08. Minnesota, we are coming off a very disappointing 1-0 loss away to Austin FC. Well, Colorado are also coming off a loss, but a 3-1 away loss to FC Dallas. Colorado currently sit ninth in the West on 2 wins, 2 losses, 2 ties on 8 points. I think basically we pretty much have the same. Minnesota has the same record as Colorado. Robin Fraser, since coming in, I think he's really, they really weren't that good, and then Robin Fraser came in and he's been, phenomenal. I think they ended up taking the number 1 I think they actually ended up clinching the top of the West last season, which was really, really weird, but credit to them. They also have quality players in Jonathan Lewis, Andre Shinashiki, Diego Rubio, Barrios, Mark Anthony Kay, among many other players. Usually like to play a 3 at the back system. Jack Price as well. It's not always easy playing against Colorado. I remember the game last season. I think we ended up losing 3-1. That was a disappointing. I remember. I think it was the last goal was just a bad mistake by Tyler Miller. We're really gonna have to push for it this weekend, and then we have the U.S. Open Cup next week, Wednesday, in Madison against the Flamingos. As far as the injury list, it's another setback for Martinaire, who will be out for several weeks. Re-injured his hamstring. I believe that he sustained in our game in Portland during the playoffs last season. And there's also to point out that Will Trapp is also 1 booking away from a suspension. I think he's gotten a yellow in the last 4 games, so of course he gets 1 more. And he is suspended for 1 game. So I think that's something to look out for. So as that, we will get into my starting 11 for the game. Between the sticks, this one is no-brainer. Dane St. Clair. I think ever since he's come in, he's just been, phenomenal. Just great. I think when was kind of talk is when Miller was kind of started over him, people were really interested in Dane, and now that Dane is starting, there are a lot of clubs that are kind of interested in acquiring Miller. So it's definitely interesting. So Dane in between the sticks as the goalkeeper. On the left, I'm going with Kamara Lawrence. I think when he came on against made his debut at the last home game, I thought he did really, really well. But it is what it is. Chase Gasper was back with the team today, so good to see that he is back. I'd assume a few weeks, and I'm definitely looking forward as far as competition, because I think Gasper really hasn't had competition in his position really since he's been in. And then center back partnership. I'm always going to Bakai Dabasi and Michael Boxall. I really, I've basically said it a bunch of times. I like the partnership, and sometimes Boxy, and some, it's not too often, but maybe he'll make his marauding runs forward. And then on the right, I'm going with Onel Fisher to step in for Matt Nair, possibly maybe Dotson. I think with Matt Nair being out, I believe it's between Fisher and Dotson for starting right back. But I went with Fisher for this one. As kind of the midfield duo in the 4-2-3-1. Will Trapp and Tasani Dotson. Although I have said I do like Arriaga. It's really, really, it's really hard when you have, somebody as captain like Trapp and somebody like, Dotson who's really good. And I think, midfield depth this year is crazy. Even, Joseph Rosales is also really good. So I went with the midfield duo of Will Trapp and Sonny Dotson. On the left, this one was tough. We have Fragapane, but he's kind of had a bit of a injury over the past few that he hasn't really. I don't think he played Austin. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I'm going with Bangakule Halangwe on the left. I think when he comes on, there's just an energy he brings that's just fantastic, and really wants to push, and was so close to getting a first goal. It's gonna come, and it's gonna come soon. In the number 10 position, this one was really debatable because I saw Cal put out a tweet about Ray so far this season really hasn't delivered, and maybe see someone like Unu placed in that shadow striker spot, because I think it would be really good to see. But it's really hard when you see us benching someone like it's crazy to see that we're benching Unu, the highest earning player at the club. And then putting Unu in for Ray, and also it would benching Ray, I would probably basically show a message that you got to do better. You got to do better. But I'm kind of sticking, and I'll give Ray maybe one more game, and then if not, I think drop him for a game or two. On the right, Robin Lewd. I think, phenomenal player on his day, who likes to really cut inside and combine. Just phenomenal. Up top in the number 9 position, Luis Amaria. That's also, good, interesting, with playing that. I wonder if Really, it's come good. I think he's on, I believe, 2 goals this season. Hopefully there's more, and Ray gets back to his regular self. When he first came in. So that is my starting 11. As far as the match prediction, it's going to be really hard. Colorado have kind of been on a little bit of a slump. Of course, we need to pick up all available points at home, and then really fight for it away. So it's definitely going to be a tough game, but I am going to go with a win for the Loons. That's going to do it for this match preview. Make sure to like the video, comment your predictions for the game down below, subscribe, and share, and come on, you Loons.